Hello, welcome to the Cambridge Assessment Podcast. I'm Alana Walden and I'm here to introduce a special series from Cambridge Assessment's Archives and Heritage. In each episode, our group archivist Gillian Cooke shares short extracts from Examining the World, a history of the University of Cambridge Local Examinations Syndicate, our publication that shares a unique insight into the history of exams.
Exams during the Second World War, from Examining the World, Chapter 2, Andrew Watts, and Chapter 4, Greg Lacey. The emergency arrangements for the home examinations dealt in detail with the ways invigilators had to act if an examination was interrupted by an air raid and the candidates had to go into shelters. A report should then be written to the syndicate to explain any special circumstances. Examination room behaviour showed clearly that all candidates were very tired, wrote one headmaster, who then went on to list the difficulties of the individual students. Home badly damaged, home demolished, civil defence duty all night, assisted in firefighting and salvage work, grandparents killed. Those candidates whose homes were damaged, the head wrote, had attendant difficulties in obtaining accommodation and clothes. The same head wrote that all candidates showed a marked reluctance to single themselves out as undergoing special hardships when so many suffered worse, and tended to confine themselves to laconic understatements. The same determination that the examinations should go on as usual was to be seen overseas. In 1945, the syndicate received a letter from the Colonial Office asking it to consider scripts from candidates who'd taken their school certificate examinations while in an internment camp in Malaya. The interred education officer who organised the camp school, Mr. H.R. Cheeseman, wrote, "It will mean a great deal to the candidates to get this recognition. It will mitigate the loss involved by the war, and I have used the possibility of this recognition as an incentive, not only to them, but to the whole camp school." Despite the difficulties of captivity, Mr. Cheeseman wrote, the regulations of the syndicate regarding the conduct of examinations were strictly followed. The application was considered by the Oversea Committee of the syndicate on the 2nd of November, which, having taken advice from its examiners who had scrutinised the scripts, gratifyingly concluded that school certificates should be issued, and similar awards were also made to internees in camps in Shanghai.
Thank you for listening to the Cambridge Assessment Podcast. You can find more of our podcasts on our website, just search for Podcast Gallery, or you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.